Good morning. My name's Jim, and I want to pick up on that conversation I started yesterday. Uh, the dead communicating with us living people. Part two. This is the finale, as a matter of fact. Uh, well, of course, I get back from Costa Rica, like I said, took a nice hot shower, uh, and then did a study. And what a study is, again, is I quiet the house down. I turn off the fridge. Anything that makes noise, I turn it off. Close all the windows, close all the doors, and spread recorders around the house at particular heights and ask questions. And they give answers. And the invisible people give the answers. My group members, they're here. Uh, a bunch of them went to Costa Rica with me. Uh, so they would know what happened in Costa Rica. So I did. I asked them, and I'm going to quote them today. Uh, did a study, and I asked, what was up with that woman in Costa Rica? And a fellow replies, she got directions from your dad. Great statement. Of course, I don't hear it in real time. I did the study. I listened to all the files. I sent all the files to Colleen. She double checks all the work to make sure everything's correct. And we both agreed that's absolutely what that man said. So, right into another study as soon as we have that information. Uh, why is the team not allowed to know the method of communication between the dead and the living? This has been an ongoing conversation Colleen and I have had with these people. Uh, a gentleman replies, we do it in the right place. I don't know what that means. Uh, is that a place in the physical sense? Is it a place within the body? Colleen and I have talked about this, and gut feeling? Is that how they communicate with us? We're not sure. But in this second study, I ask, does my father owe favors to all his children? I mean, it was a favor that he did for me to get me that bottle of wine. And I was the least abused out of my siblings by my father. He was rough. He was rough on him. I was the oldest, and I was out of the house very young, so I wasn't around much. So I asked him, does my father owe favors to all his children? And we hear our father for the first time. He replies, I do favors for those close to me. Still being that arrogant person. Later in that study, I suggest that maybe he could do favors for all his siblings, maybe a big lottery ticket. Our father replies to that. I do appreciate that. Well, at least it's getting through to him a little bit. So, Colleen and I listen to all this material. And I do a third study. And again, of course, I'm pressing for answers about how they communicate and about the favors. I didn't get much in the third study. They don't want to talk about it anymore. My father doesn't want to talk about it anymore. But a woman did say Costa Rica was his out, meaning the father. I'm not sure what that means either, except he was behind the walls for like the first 5 years he was deceased. And our group members agree that it's similar to hell. So with that phrase, Costa Rica was his out, he must have just gotten out of hell. He just got out from behind the walls, and I guess he went on a spree, got me that bottle of wine. My time is soon up here in Panama at this point. So Colleen picks up the studies down in up in East Greenville, and she asked, how do they communicate with us living people? A man replies to her on the subject, knowing methods, no, no, no. We're not allowed to know everything about the afterlife. They told us that before, and no matter how hard we press about how they did it, we're not allowed to know the method. Colleen, again, she asks another question. Why did the father get that wine for her brother? A man replies to her, you'd think there'd be hell to pay. He scared away people. I'm not sure, we are not sure what to make of that. He scared away people. People refers to us humans as well as people in the afterlife. We're all just people, it's just that we're living and they're invisible. So, who did the father scare when he instructed that woman to like me and get me that bottle of wine? It's still a mystery, but the fact is they do communicate with us. We're not sure how they communicate with us, but and apparently my father got a little sloppy when he was communicating with that woman. The one thing that I feel is really odd about this, Colleen agrees, that our father was communicating with someone outside of the family. She was a stranger to all of us. I'd never seen her before. I've never seen her since. She's in no way related to us. We felt that communication happened between family members in the afterlife and living. That's not necessarily the case. They can communicate with anybody. So, there you have it. Something to think about. Onward and upwards. I got more stuff coming for you. Hey, do me a favor. See right down there in that little corner right there? There's a picture of me. Tag it. That'll bring up this subscribe button. And I need subscriptions, man. Help me out. Help out an old guy. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.